Hello there! So far, we've covered topics such as first impression, developing listening and questioning skills, and career exploration discussions. This module is going to be about defining roles and cultivating a good relationship with your mentee, all of which are engaging topics. The topics in this module are all about strengthening your relationship with your mentee, your role in the life of your mentee, cultivating a good relationship with your mentee, engaging a virtual context as a mentor, and making the relationship meaningful are explained in detail in this module. Let's go! Let's first talk about how a model mentor-mentee relationship looks like. Both the mentee and the mentor are invested in making the other succeed. This is called mutual mentoring. They are willing to share any information needed and are open to receiving positive and negative feedback. The communication between the two is seamless, as both of them are active listeners and effective communicators. Both the mentee and the mentor empathize for each other and respect each other's feelings. They respect each other's time and make full use of it. Now you have an idea of what an ideal mentee-mentor relationship looks like. It is important you understand what is required from the mentor to maintain this relationship. A mentor is expected to take the initiative for contacting the mentee and staying in touch with them. They are to take out time for the mentee to maintain the relationship and be available when needed. As a mentor, you'll also be required to assist the mentee with their queries, doubts, and needs. Mentors should share their knowledge and experience to their mentees so it would be beneficial to them. You should also follow up with their progress regularly. One important thing here is confidentiality of the relationship. The information the mentee shares must be kept confidential at all times. So, what is the role of a mentor like? As a mentor, you should be a guide to your mentee, helping them by sharing your information and experience. You should encourage and support your mentee in their ventures, giving your inputs when needed. You need to clarify the big picture for your mentee. This helps you come up with suitable goals for your mentee to get where they want. Constructive criticism is valuable to mentees. A mentor should offer up such feedback and also value differing opinions with an open mind. We've seen how a mentor is required to work to maintain a good relationship with the mentee. This section of the module talks about how a mentor and their mentee could work together to cultivate a good relationship. Working together towards similar goals is really beneficial to cultivating a good relationship with the mentee. You should first identify such goals with your mentee. One pointer here is to develop a personal relationship with the mentee. Remember that there are always boundaries to be maintained, however close you may be with your mentee. More on that later. Understand their expectations clearly. Talk to them about what they expect their career and life to be and how they want to improve as a person. This would give you more clarity in guiding them. These points have already been mentioned earlier, but that doesn't make them any less important. You should be prepared to be involved in this relationship and ready to put sincere efforts into developing it. Remember that efforts need to be put in by the mentee too for the relationship to work effectively. Let's go over a few tips on how to engage with your mentee. Make the relationship bidirectional. In other words, learn from your mentee too. Show the mentee you really care about making the mentorship and that you're genuinely concerned about their well-being. Never miss a session with your mentee and be sure to follow up on the session later. Make sure you're prepared for each session. Work with your mentee to review areas that need to be improved. If there's no noticeable improvement in the area, review it and try out a different approach. To make your relationship a success, you have to make sure your mentee attaches meaning to it. You should also show that it's important to you. In other words, you should have a meaningful relationship with your mentee. Here are a few pointers to help. Give meaning to the relationship. You'll have to make sure the mentee knows the mentorship is important to you. Show the mentee that you commit to the relationship and ask the same of them. Like we said before, efforts must be put in from both sides to make it a success. Establish a safe zone to share personal information. It's the mentor's responsibility to make a safe space comfortable enough for the mentee to share private information. Maintain strict confidentiality and offer support. Understand the mentee's needs clearly when you help them. This is why effective communication is required.